The U.S. military is considered to be the strongest in the world. Therefore, Americans trust that the personnel protecting the front lines is the best of the best. In 2015, the opening of combat positions to women created over 200,000 jobs. Thus, women are now greeted with the opportunity to compete with men for positions in higher-level rankings. Men in the military have accepted the idea of more competition as long as women are meeting the qualifications required for the job. Military officials claim that certain occupations, such as infantry and artillery, have exact physical requirements. Women have fought for many years to be on the same playing field as men. So when it comes to expectations in the military, women should not accept anything less than the same training and preparation. Soldiers in the military, regardless of gender, should possess the same abilities as whoever is fighting next to them. The military is commonly viewed as a career choice that is dominated by the male population. However, each year more women are deciding to gear up and serve their country. With this being said, different treatment towards women could possibly alter their choice to join the armed forces. Once basic training is completed, further testing will be determined based on the level of the military the trainee is trying to join. Therefore, the physical requirement guidelines should not be lowered so that women may be admitted into the military. Whether or not someone is fighting for their lives on the front line or simply back home relying on those defending the U.S., the most qualified soldiers are fit for the job. In an interview with USA Today, Defense Secretary Leon Panetta stated the department's goal in rescinding the rule is to ensure that the mission is met with the best qualified and most capable people, regardless of gender. Regardless of gender, age, race, or sexuality, if someone can meet the physical standards, they should have the right to serve for their country. Frontline duties require much strength and endurance, something that a lot of women fall short of. It is not to say women should not be on the front lines, but they should possess the same qualities as whoever is fighting next to them. Despite this, women hold certain qualities that men do not. For example, residents in foreign countries may be more willing to approach U.S. troops if they are greeted by the warm faces of female recruits. Also, women can crawl into tiny spaces if necessary due to their smaller physique. When it comes to admitting individuals into the military, those who can meet all the qualifications during training are the ones who should be selected to protect the front lines. Women make up a decent majority of defense services in the United States. Therefore, they are held accountable to provide the same work ethic as any other soldier standing next to them. With the military being viewed as a male-dominant career choice, lowering of physical standards for women trying to get in would seem as if they are not tough enough to compete with the men. Kelty and others point out how women are seen as unfit for certain jobs in the military. Differential treatment of women may be due to the possible catch-22 of being accused of discrimination on one hand, or being insensitive to real differences in the needs or limitations of women on the other. People can view the lowering of physical standards as either discrimination or limitation. Limitation can be seen as keeping women from reaching their highest potential, or being too insensitive to the actual anatomical differences that may prohibit women from completing the same physical standards as men. According to Kelty and others, women endure numerous kinds of tests, for example, sabotage, constant scrutiny, and indirect threats that men do not necessarily experience to prove they are capable of serving in the military. By passing the same physical standards as men, women will be more prepared for the psychological side of the job. The physical standards are different for men and women to get accepted into any particular section of the military. However, the real question is whether or not it should stay that way. Depending on the level the trainee is trying to get into will determine their test standards. The branches of the military include the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Typically, the common standards of physical testing consist of a cardiovascular endurance test, sit-ups, and push-ups. Scarborough claims, at a bare minimum, a female soldier must be able to do 13 push-ups and 43 sit-ups to graduate from boot camp. A male infantry school soldier must do 42 push-ups and 53 sit-ups within 2 minutes. That means males complete a little more than 3 times the push-ups women do. This difference between the two genders is astonishing. Jabek explains the differences between male and female standards in all levels of the military. For example, the standard for the cardiovascular endurance test varied, allowing women from 9% more time in the Air Force to 27% more time in the Army. For sit-ups, the Army and the Marine Corps required both men and women to do the same number in the same time. But the Navy allowed women to do about 17% fewer sit-ups. For push-ups, the Army standard for women was 75% lower than its men's standard. With the demands increasing for soldiers, everyone, no matter the gender, should be prepared for whatever lies ahead. Some people have a problem with the thought of females protecting the country, but what about a man who barely met the standards himself? Men are seen as the superior sex when it comes to strength and endurance, but women refuse to stand in their shadow any longer. A lot of the differences in requirements for men and women have to do with tradition, with women generally considered the weaker sex, but that certainly is less true than ever before. As results of marathon races have proven, for example, many women can run longer and faster than many men. Women have always played a part in helping serve the nation, whether it be as nurses, communicators, or soldiers. During World War II, women took over their husbands' jobs in factories and provided for their families at home. They did just as well a job, if not better. Douglas Sterner, a Vietnam veteran, told the Washington Times, "We've had women in combat for as long as we've had a nation. Women have demonstrated they are capable of rising to the same level of achievement and accomplishment that men can. So I don't think we need to change any standards, and I don't think most women want to see the standards changed. They want to stand on their own merit." Each recruit within a new class gets the chance to receive the PT award for high achievement during physical training. In fact, some women have had the honor of winning this award. Thus, they are clearly capable of reaching the same standards as men. In today's society, women push so hard to have equal roles or rights as men. So why would they want to be seen as anything less when it comes to testing in the military? The military has a career that fits any individual's special skills or areas of interest. With so many opportunities, one should not be ashamed if combat positions are not for them. For example, not succeeding at one thing does not mean a person is not right for the military. Sometimes it takes failing at one thing for someone to realize they can be successful at another. According to GOES, a recent study from the Marine Corps showed that roughly of 24 women who tried out for the rifleman position, only 2 could complete the training. Rather than having physical testing to be recognized into the military, there could be basic training for everyone, and then specialized testing for specific areas one is trying to get into. Jabeck claims that the GAO recommends that the Secretary of Defense revises DoD's physical fitness regulations to clearly state that the objective of the military physical fitness program is to enhance general fitness and health, and make clear that the program is not intended to address the capability to perform specific jobs or missions. The foundations for the current system were created in the 1940s. Henceforth, times have changed, and a tweaking to the system may need to be made in order to establish equality between both sexes. The United States military should not lower any physical requirement guidelines so that women may be admitted. The most competent and elite soldiers, whether male or female, are fit to fight in combat positions, but they are trained at the same level and capable of the same skills. While on a mission, soldiers want to be able to trust all their squad's personnel. If a soldier were shot in combat, they want to trust that whether it is Shane or Savannah, they will be able to safely evacuate them and find help. As more women prepare to step into the war zone, discrimination and/or limitation may prohibit them from exceeding their highest potential. The typical 3-parted tests contain different standards for each level of the military. Women are more than capable of competing at the same level as men. As more females join and bring new perspectives to the male-dominated battlefield, the military will grow stronger than ever.